We're going to get right to senior insider Shams Charania. Shams, what has changed today regarding Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks?
Hannah, what's changed is Giannis is now ready and prepared for a trade from the Milwaukee Bucks, either at next Thursday's NBA trade deadline or in the offseason. My understanding is, to put it plainly, Giannis has made it clear and communicated to the organization that he believes it's time to part ways after 13 years together and the first championship in 50 years in 2021. And what's changed for the Milwaukee Bucks is they have had a surge of aggressive trade offers made on Giannis, and they are now listening to them. These are offers of all-star caliber players, multiple draft picks, but this has been brewing for the last 9 months. Giannis and his agent Alex Saratsas have been very upfront with the Bucks organization about his desire to compete for a second NBA championship. And where this Bucks organization is now is they're dealing with being 9 games under 500. They're the 12th seed in the Eastern Conference. They're now being surpassed by the Charlotte Hornets at 11, and they're more jockeying for lottery positioning than even Giannis's return from the calf injury. So there's been a lot of uncertainty within that Bucks locker room, Hannah. We're now 8 days from the NBA trade deadline. We'll see if a deal happens.
I'm sure that uncertainty hasn't been easy on his teammates either. What are the Bucks asking for now as they listen to these trade offers for Giannis?
The Bucks are being patient, Hannah, but my sources say that they're giving indications that they want either a young blue chip talent and or a surplus of draft picks, and probably a combination of both things as they sift through these offers this week and next week's. They're not in any rush because they could handle this in the offseason. But in the offseason, that's where Giannis will have even more level of control, because next year will essentially be the expiring final year of his contract, because he has a player option in 2027. And so the closer you get to the end of your contract, the more leverage a player like Giannis will have in determining where he ends up, because any team that trades for Giannis needs to know whether he wants to be there long-term, given how much they're going to have to give up.
Exactly. That trade deadline a week from tomorrow, Shams, is all over it. You can check out an extensive piece on this on ESPN.com. Thank you, Shams. Well, the Bucks now listening to offers for Giannis. Their outlook certainly explains why, as they are 3-12 without their superstar this season. They only have 2 tradable future picks. They are the 5th oldest team in the league, and they have over $80 million in dead cap remaining after that Damian Lillard wave and stretch. So now for more, we're joined by senior insider Brian Windhorst, front office insider Bobby Marks for more on this 31-year-old 2-time MVP and perhaps a seismic shift in the league regarding where he goes. Wendy, what are you hearing about who's aggressively pursuing Giannis?
Yeah, so Hannah, do yourself and do Giannis, frankly, a favor and wipe away the worries about who's asking for a trade. Shams is bent into a pretzel trying to respect all parties here. Giannis is ready to be gone. He wants to be traded. The Bucks are ready to listen to offers, and this is a maneuver to say, send us your offers. Everything else is politicking. Just put it aside. Don't worry about it. Just move on, okay? So now what the Bucks have to do is they have to look at who has done this the best, who has been in this situation, who should they mimic. Let's just look back to 2019 and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They had to trade Paul George and Russell Westbrook. They prioritized far-out draft picks and really good young players. They ended up getting picks that they still haven't gotten from LA Clippers yet, and a future MVP in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So that's what they're looking for. Don't prioritize trades that bring in players that could help them now, because the Bucks are in a position where they need to worry about this year's draft pick. They need to tank the rest of this season, improve this year's draft pick, and have themselves in position to rebuild as fast as possible, and that's what they're looking for. And a team, if they're going to make a straight-up trade, you're looking at teams that can give the most opportunities. The Golden State Warriors are a team that immediately rises to the top of the list. As far as the teams that are out there that can make a straight-up trade with the Bucks, not 2-team, 3-team, 9-team, 12-team trades. You can just make a team versus team trade. The Warriors hold all of their future draft assets. They can trade all of them, up to 4 firsts and swaps and stuff like that. Steph Curry is there. They have immediate need for a star player. This is where this discussion begins, is Golden State, and everybody else, I think, is going to have to try to beat a strong Golden State offer if it comes.
All right, so, Bobby, how realistic is this? I know that you've identified 11 NBA teams that really have the assets to make this trade. So what would that look like between the Warriors and the Bucks?
Yeah, I don't want to say the easiest, but as Brian said, it's probably the most straightforward. Here's Giannis and Jimmy Butler make the same amount of money. And I don't want to say that Mike Dunleavy Jr. would go back on his word and not trade Jimmy Butler. But if you can get Giannis in a trade, I think certainly Butler would have to be the player to go out. Now you're looking at draft picks. They can trade their 4 first-round picks, unprotected first in the next 7 years. They've got pick swaps. You want to put Jonathan Kuminga in that deal? We'll take back Kyle Kuzma if you're the Warriors here. And certainly Golden State has a young player like Brandon Podziemski here. I think if you're Golden State, you got Steph Curry and Draymond Green on your roster for another year. How do you keep on maximizing this win? It's certainly a big risk. But if you can get Giannis Antetokounmpo, I think it's certainly worth what you're giving up for all your future assets.
All right, so let's bring in Perk, Danny, and Chiney, who have been sitting by, absorbing all this information. Chiney, right off the top, what's your initial reaction to everything you've just heard?
I know the rumors circulating for the last few months made this feel like a saga, right? But I don't think people are understanding the gravity of what's happening right now. I know the Super Bowl is 11 days away, but for NBA teams, hell, NBA fans, this is their Super Bowl. Their opportunity to get a 31-year-old, two-time MVP, someone that's been a defensive player of the year that averages 30, 12 on 60% shooting, that will absolutely shift the balance, the power balance in the NBA. Like, I was like, oh, we kind of casual with it. No, this is Giannis being available for a contender. What his wish looks like it's finally being granted.
By the way, the Super Bowl is in the Bay Area, but could the Warriors steal
they could
the
win too
before the
They
Super
could win
Bowl?
too.
Let me say this. First of all, good to see y'all. Hannah, the legend, Danny, bow-legged ass today. Hey, girl.
Hey, what's up?
But look, let me say this. It sounds like the Golden State Warriors are ready to throw the kitchen sink at them. I don't want none of those dishes. I don't want none of that those plastic plates and plastic cups and forks and knives. I want some expensive dishes in that sink.
China?
Yeah, if I'm giving up Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't want a Jimmy Butler expiring contract. I don't even care about a pick in 2027. Give me something right now. Right? And you talk about what OKC did when they got rid of Paul George. You know who they got back in that trade? A Finals MVP and SGA. So when I'm looking at the Houston Rockets, you know what I'm saying? I still want to go back to the H-Town. Şengün, you one of my favorite players. But I'm looking at the Houston Rockets right now. Şengün looks like eye candy to me if I'm the Milwaukee Bucks.
What about Kuminga? Is he good enough for you? Is he a good dish?
Nah. I need more than that. I don't just want Jimmy Butler, Kuminga, and Podziemski. I'm sorry, I don't. I need something that's damn near proven. I believe what you're looking at, Şengün, you could throw in some picks and a Tari Eason and make that happen. Bring Giannis to the H-Town with KD. Oh, now we cooking with grease.
Oh, yeah, now.
Cooking with fish grease.
No, grease. Yeah.
We're talking another Twin Towers situation, maybe. Who knows? Bobby, what is the degree of difficulty for the Rockets? Like, let's say Perk wants to make this happen.
Talk to me nice.
Listen, they've got the draft picks to do it. They've got that swap with Brooklyn next year. They've got 5 other firsts they can do. They got 2 from Dallas, or 1 from Dallas, 2 from Phoenix. Now we're looking at the players, right? Who do you want to give up if you are the Houston Rockets? Certainly Şengün with the money and what he can do on the court. I think if you're Milwaukee, you're saying, hey, we already have Miles Turner. Can we turn him into something else and maybe get more draft picks? I think you would be hesitant regarding Amen Thompson as far as willing to give him up in a deal. Certainly he was extension eligible next offseason. But yes, Houston has everything I would think Milwaukee would want with controllable contracts, draft picks, players that can win now and in the future.
Again, I hear you say Twin Towers. The real Twin Towers started in San Antonio. Why would you not bring it back to San Antonio? So I like Golden State. I like Houston. They're okay. But if he really wants to win, I think win right now, if he tries to get to San Antonio, I think that's a better fit for him.
I was going back to Akeem and Ralph Sampson. Come on, I was going like all the way back to H-Town.
That's a little bit before me. But,
All right, Brian, Wendy, like when we laid this out, there have been roadmaps with teams making these seismic trades before. What do the Bucks, in your mind, need to consider when building for the future of this franchise?
They have to consider what their priorities are. I cannot underscore enough the value of the 2026 draft pick that they already own. Yes, they have to swap it with New Orleans, but New Orleans is a bottom 3 team right now. If the lottery were today, the Bucks would have the 7th highest odds. You could have a potential of a top 5 pick, even if you have to swap it with New Orleans. So they've got to make sure that that pick is protected. And the way you protect it, Perk, is not trading for a guy like Şengün. You trade for a guy who could be good in 2 or 3 years. You trade for you hope to draft a guy who can be good in 2 or 3 years now. That's what the Thunder did. That is the pathway you want to go down. Small market. Get draft picks from a team like Golden State, where you would be drafting when Steph Curry is in retirement, just like the Clippers are sort of maybe past their prime, oldest team of all time. Now you're getting their picks. That's the pathway I think that the Bucks have to study.
Well, Wendy, as you can see, I like to have my cake and my ice cream and eat both of them. So I want a player and picks. I want both. But let me say this real quick. The Milwaukee Bucks, you better do right by Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't want to hear about do what's best for the organization. Yeah, that's part of it. The other part is doing right by a guy that has not only hung a banner, but has built an arena. Hell, Danny Ainge did right by Kendrick Perkins, and I wasn't nowhere near close to that when he sent me to Oklahoma City, right? And so when you think about this guy, generational talent, this is why it's going to make this decision a little bit more difficult, like especially pushing to the trade deadline, how the Bucks are going to move.
I mean, Giannis has some say-so in this too, right? He has some leverage, right?
Sure.
If he goes somewhere, they have to want to stay there. He also signed an extension. To take that risk and try to be like Toronto with Kawhi and myself, we got it done.
There you go.
But it's a very high risk at a 31-year-old to try to get it done in 1 year for a guy that might not stay there, for future preference.
You proved it was possible.
Well, light-skinned and bow-legged, I can't stand it.
Anytime I can try to put this state and this community on the map in a positive way, I'm going to try.
You make that
I'm back. Cleveland, this is for you.
One thing I always say, don't never let somebody tell you can't achieve something. Don't never let nobody tell you that. If you believe in something, you can do it.
Strive for greatness.
Absolutely love that. Believe land. Yeah, the King is back. They're getting set for a 7th appearance there as a Laker, as a visitor. And there's the very early scene at Rocket Arena. And right now on ESPN.com, Dave McMenamin on the similarities between LeBron's last season with the Cavs, which was at age 33, and his current season with the Lakers, during which he turned 41. And they're very similar. Our senior reporter with the Lakers, Dave, is on the scene there right now. I know you're reporting that the Cavaliers are open to reuniting with LeBron James for a 3rd time. What more can you tell us, Dave?
Yeah, Hannah, now this scenario would depend on many factors. First of all, if LeBron James is able to play next season, if his body is able to withstand the wear and tear and the rigors of the NBA season, if he wants to keep playing, and if he'd want to keep playing so far from home. Obviously, Savannah James, his 11-year-old daughter Zuri are in LA. His son Bryce is at the University of Arizona. His other son Bronny is on the Lakers. So Cleveland's a bit of a hike from there, but my sources around the league and within the Cavs, quite frankly, tell me that the Cavs would be amenable to a 3rd reunion, a 3rd stint, if LeBron was to sign as a free agent in the summer. Obviously, that would be a storybook ending to LeBron's career, but we'll have to see whether there could be another scenario for him closer to home, whether he could stay with the Lakers even, or perhaps there's another chance where he feels like he has a better chance to get a championship, and either add a 5th ring if the Lakers don't win it this year, or add a 6th ring if they do.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of ways that this could go for LeBron for next season, but this is absolutely fascinating. As you say, another chapter to an already storybook career. Thanks, Dave. We appreciate you. And Donovan Mitchell sat down with Mark Spears. He actually had this to say about LeBron's return tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think playing LeBron last could be the last game. I personally don't think it's the end. I think, just knowing that game, what that means to the city, what it means to him, what it means to the league, what it means to me, it's going to be a special one. I think it's one of those things where you still got to treat it like it's a regular game, but understand that, could be, history in that.
Ooh, there's a picture. picture the two of them together in different uniforms. It's going to be fun to see them in the same uni. What do you think about this possibility?
I think this is his last game in Cleveland. I just don't see a world. He's proven me wrong time and time again, but I just don't see a world where he plays another year. I mean, he looks great. He's playing great. I just don't think he knows it yet. His body looks like, and he feels well, but I think it's going to hit him all at once, probably toward the end of this year. I can't see him going through another training camp, another offseason, and trying to do this for a 24th season. It's just hard for me to grasp my mind around that.
So no return to the Lakers or the Cavs or anybody
and also
else.
just can't see him like having a world tour of being at the end of the bench. Like I think he wants to go out on the best top of his game.
I think Danny done lost his damn.
I know. I was like, what's been going on?
He know LeBron. He know LeBron. He got all the attention and he want more. And damn it, he deserve it.
Yeah.
He deserve it. When you have carried the torch in the league on your back for 2+ decades, and you talk about a guy that's deserving, I want him to have the farewell tour.
Yes.
He needs to. Like, the league needs to make that a big thing. We talking Kobe Bryant type style when you talk about him going out. He's going to announce it. He wants it, and he deserves it. I see Braun playing one more year.
But where? Would you like to see him back in Cleveland?
I would like to see him back in Cleveland. One more year. Savannah, just sacrifice it. I know you love L.A.
Respectfully.
I get it. But no.
Listen,
Listen. Savannah's.
I love LeBron, but I'm Team Savannah.
Hold on, time out. I wasn't saying it like that. Savannah is our girl. We all love Savannah.
Yes.
Damn it, I'm telling you. Because she make the decisions.
Let me tell you
she make the decisions in the household.
I know. Look,
You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
it. What's understood need not be explained. She understands what it's like to sacrifice alongside someone who's a superstar generational. Yeah, she got this.
Yeah.
My only thing that I'm thinking about, guys, is when you close your eyes, if you want to do it with me, and you think about LeBron James, come on, everyone do it with me.
My eyes closed.
In his biggest moment, what jersey is he wearing? Is it Cleveland?
Yeah.
Is it Lakers?
Yeah.
Is it Miami?
You know, to me, that's fascinating because he's been dominant throughout these decades in so many different places, but no matter what, he's still that guy from Ohio, that kid from Akron. So if that's a possibility, I think it's
I think he announced the All-Star break.
But he's still going to play. Danny,
maybe
23 in 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, he's been balling.
All right, I know y'all know LeBron, and you know the family, and you know the dynamics, but nobody's covered him more than Wendy. Wendy, how should the Cavs play this return tonight?
Well, they're going to play their vintage jerseys with the blue jerseys, and they have their old logo at the center court, which it's kind of scary that LeBron is still playing and his old logos can be vintage, but they're kind of going to play it low. Other than that, if it were up to me, the mayor would be there announcing that East 9th Street was being named LeBron James Way today, and they would show the plaza between the baseball stadium and the arena and say, LeBron, that's where the statue is going to be. It'll be ready for you when you're ready to get the statue put up. And I would do what the Celtics did, and I would show the rafters, like before Paul Pierce had his number retired, and I would just show the rafters where his number is going to be, but I would not acknowledge he's going to retire, because absolutely they would be interested in having him back next year, especially if it would be at a contract discount, which is the only way that they could do it. I think the Cavs are going to play it cool with the hope that their celebration for LeBron's last season is indeed in the future with him in a Cavs uniform.
Hey, listen, they've already put it out there, so they may be playing it cool, but it's out there now that they would welcome him back. And hopefully, if they do put up a statue, and when they do, it'll actually look like him. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully.
There's still nothing set in stone about whether Giannis Antetokounmpo will stay in Milwaukee or whether he will be leaving. The constant question that Giannis has is, can I win a championship with this roster?
3 straight seasons here being eliminated in the first rounds.
He wants to win a second championship.
The Greek Freak is a Greek NBA champion.
It's a very tough decision for him. This is 12 years he spent there.
20 years, maybe my numbers up there with next in career.
So you staying in Milwaukee? Probably. We'll see.
That's a big we'll see, because back to our breaking news. Shams is reporting the 2-time MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, is ready for a new home at the February 5th trade deadline or in the offseason. Bucks are listening to offers. Several teams are making aggressive offers for him. And with the latest news of the Bucks being open to hearing these offers, our front office insider, Bobby Marks, ranked the 11 teams who really have a realistic shot of striking a deal. These teams are ordered by how easy a trade package can be reached. So the lower the number, the easier the deal. All right, so here we go. I like kind of living in the world of reality, right? And now we're going to have a little fun with this because we only put these 11 teams here. Chanae is our queen at the touch screen here.
Virtual reality.
So we're going to let you, let you get started. Where would you like to see Giannis go?
Wouldn't it be poetic if things end where they truly began? I'm saying New York.
Okay.
New York, stand up. Because ever since the NBA Cup, this team has been on the struggle bus. In January, they have a 5-8 record. Not good. Mind you, they won their last 3 games, so that looked a lot different about a week ago, okay? Also, 6 double-digit losses. This is a team that made a huge, kind of controversial coaching change, and right now it doesn't seem like the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
So I think Giannis could be where he actually expressed interest first.
I'm with you. There's another team that went to the Cup final that also has kind of taken a dive and not showing that maturity to me. That's the San Antonio Spurs. And when you look at San Antonio Spurs and talk about the Twin Towers, Avery Johnson, I like to pass the ball to the Admiral. Why not have the Twin Towers here with Giannis and Victor Wembanyama? This defensive duo would be unbelievable. They would be a win-now, ready championship type team. That can, obviously they got OKC, I'm going to say they got their number. But the Denver Nuggets, the New York Knicks, where they've had struggles with the rebounding situation, this takes care of all of that. And it allows them to keep still their foundation. You still have Fox. You can still keep Castle. You might have to let go of Keldon Johnson or Harper or Vassell. I would like to keep some of them, but they have a lot of capital they can leverage.
So you think those two bigs can coexist?
Absolutely. He's a stretch 5. Wemby shoots a 3. Who other than, Giannis has played with a Brook Lopez, who's also great at stretching the 5, and won a championship with Brook Lopez.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. You know who can coexist? Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Damn it, H-Town, stand up. Paul Wall, Bud B, Kiki, put it up there. The Rockets. It makes sense for both sides. When you look at what the Rockets have to offer, they can offer Şengün, maybe a Tari Eason, and some first-round picks, 3 or 4 maybe, to go to Milwaukee. Milwaukee get what they want, so now they got a young, up-on-the-rise, all-star caliber player in Şengün, a wing guy, Tari Eason, and you bring in Giannis pairing alongside Kevin Durant with Amen Thompson, coached by Ime Udoka.
There you go.
Excuse me. And then on top of that, when you think about the Rockets and where they are right now, top 6 seed in the Western Conference, they're popular. You get Giannis Antetokounmpo, you become powerful.
I don't know, though. What if the Bucks, what if they want Thompson? No, I don't know about that.
Okay.
None of y'all said Warriors. None of y'all said Warriors. Our reporters say Warriors most likely destination.
I like the modern-day Twin Towers. I'd pass the ball to the Admiral.
Any Twin Towers, Akeem and Ralph, whatever year you want to go for there in Texas. All right, y'all. So speaking of the Spurs and the Rockets, we got a good one tonight. We got a Texas-size battle. And last time these two teams played, KD, Şengün, Reed Shepherd led the Rockets to a 111-106 victory over the Spurs. Houston held Victor Wembanyama to 14 points, 5 of 21 from the field, 0 of 7 from three-point range. And after the game, KD had this take on Wemby and what could make him dangerous.
He's still working on his jump shot. He's still, you could tell he's trying to figure his jump shot out. We made him shoot tough fadeaways over us all night. He hit a couple early on, but for the most part, we made him shoot over us. He's more dangerous when he gets layups and dunks. His length in the paint is a problem. When he gets high, it's tough to stop him, but I think we did a solid job of just putting him in foul trouble a little bit too, but getting our hands up on some of his jump shots.
He's not saying anything different than a lot of people have, is that Wemby is most dangerous close to the basket. What do you want to see from Wemby, not just tonight, but the rest of the season?
Yeah, it was a tale of two mindsets that were different for Victor Wembanyama versus the Houston Rockets. In the first one, he got downhill. I want you guys to take a look at this tape because he was extremely comfortable, and KD's right. When he is downhill with the rim and maybe just one defender in front of him, no one can stop this man. He's got the pivot moves, the Euro steps. Most importantly, he's got the range and the extension to finish. In the first meeting, he was 8 for 16, 50% from the floor. But it was much different the second game because the Rockets, they all wanted the smoke. Kevin Durant switched on him, and they did not allow him to go north and south. He was going east and west. In the first half, he had 12 points, 4 for 10. In the second half, he only had 2. I think the bucket came in the final minute, and he was 1 for 11. So the Rockets have slightly cracked the code, but I do believe Victor Wembanyama is one of the most intellectual guys. He's going to make sure he gets downhill versus them again.
Rockets have the best home record in the league. Who wins tonight?
I got the Spurs. I got Wemby getting his lick back tonight.
Yeah.
The last time that they played, the Spurs were coming off a back-to-back. They couldn't hit shots in the fourth quarter. That's not going to be the same story tonight. I think it's going to be a brawl for it all. But I think one thing we know about Wemby, if it's cigarette smoke, chimney smoke, barbecue pit smoke, whatever, he's running to it. And he's not shying away from accountability. And the one thing he does have is the pieces around him that's going to put him in position to be successful. Tonight, I think he's going to show that he's 7'5", 7'7", meaning a big man first with guard skills.
Yeah, I'm with Perk on this one. He's had tough outings the last 2 times he played against Houston. I think he's going to make it a point tonight. He's competitive. He's going to figure it out. You said he's a high IQ guy, very smart. He's settled for some threes. If you look at 0 for 7, I think he's going to get closer to the basket. He's going to hear the rumblings of what KD's saying, what everybody else is saying. And this is a big game tonight. Like, they don't have a great record against the top teams in the league. And they need to make a statement, let the rest of the league know, except for OKC. Everybody else, they let them know that they're ready and they're here to win now.
I have some breaking news, actually, regarding the Rockets, as reported by Shams Charania. Houston center Steven Adams, oh my goodness, he has undergone season-ending surgery on his left ankle already. They have the Van Vliet news, and now the Steven Adams news, Perk.
And I hate this for the Rockets because you talk about an unsung hero for them. Steven Adams is a huge piece, and now all of a sudden...
Homecoming king, I love that, right? Everything he accomplished there. Let's just take a look at, of course, the NBA title. Youngest player taken first overall to the Cavs at just 18 years old in 2003. Exceeded, well, anything they could have dreamed of. Their leader in points, rebounds, assists, steals, threes, games, minutes. I mean, the list goes on and on. Back-to-back MVPs in 2009 and 2010. Only Cavs player to win MVP. And then that first NBA title in 2016, overcoming a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors, as you know. Finals MVP storybook career for the kid from Akron who came into the NBA straight out of high school. Here's Dave McMenamin.
Listen, LeBron, this isn't to say that you haven't already provided more memories than we can count in Cleveland.
Lights, camera, action, wanting to walk through the door.
Those first 7 seasons, a teenager winning Rookie of the Year, 2 MVPs, the unexpected trip to the 2007 Finals, and back-to-back 60-win campaigns. And then you left.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
And we thought nothing would match December 2nd, 2010, when you came back with the Miami Heat for the first time since the decision and scored 38 points in a cold-blooded rout of your former team.
LeBron James is just on fire.
But of course you came back.
I love you. I'm back.
And the next 4 seasons were spectacular. 4 trips to the finals, coming back from down 3-1 to win it all against the Warriors.
Oh, blocked by James! Cleveland! This is for you!
And playing all 82 games in 2017-2018 in what you describe as the best ball of your career.
LeBron James has done it once again!
And you have kept creating special moments since going to LA. Last year, your son Bronny, who used to dribble on the court after Cavs games as a kid, made history and scored his first official NBA bucket.
To see him get his first NBA basket in this arena, it's an unbelievable moment.
You come back to Cleveland this week as a 41-year-old man in his 23rd season. You don't have a contract for next year. None of us know if there will even be a next year for you in the NBA. So, how about making some more memories Wednesday? Just in case. We'll all be watching to witness them.
We have to enjoy this, guys, right? While we're watching it. Guy obviously battled sciatica at the start of the season, took some time to get ramped up. And since he turned 41 on December 30th, this is crazy. I mean, look at his numbers. They're so good. Dave actually reported that he gave up drinking, by the way.
Good for him.
That he slimmed down.
Dry January.
Okay.
Sciatica. Yeah,
Number one.
First thing of addressing you, admitting it. Yeah.
He does whatever it takes, guys. So show us just, how remarkable this is.
Well, y'all know what happened in 2003, right? 2 stars was born. Me and LeBron James, we entered the draft. Now, I was sitting at home getting DMPs. He was debuting on opening night in 2003 in Sacramento. Put on the scene. And then all of a sudden, we fast forward 2 decades plus later. I'm sitting up here talking about him in my next career, and he's still doing the same damn thing, snatching the screws out the rim, taking off from the
I'm going to take the 3-ball because I don't shoot 2s, but he's been doing this little dance for a while now. A little step back. That's 2017. Look, 2025, same dance, same song. Take that 3-ball with you. We don't shoot 2s as you get older.
I shoot 2s. Let's talk about my favorite word in basketball, midi. He's owned the mid-range shot. That's 2018 in the Cavs uniform. And, of course, coming to present day, he's going to lull you to sleep like I do this all the time with Pert. Hit you with the turnaround. Turnaround day, the mid-range. So we've got the dunks. We've got the 3 and the step back.
The
and, of course, the
midi.
mid-range. He is complete. He is complete.
All right, y'all, time to shoot your shot. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's take a look at who you're taking on these 3 picks.
Oh, you ain't never lying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always going with Luka Doncic. Over every single time.
But
32 and a half, he getting that in
he's been balling since he's been coming off the bench.
Look, my take.
Rui Hachimura.